A revolution in Sudan appears to be faltering. In April, a military-backed coup saw Sudanese President Omar al-Bashir fall from power. He had ruled the country since 1989 and has previously been indicted for war crimes. Jason Patinkin, a journalist who has been covering the region for years now, was in the country's capital of Khartoum to see the uprising.
When I arrived, it was really a beautiful moment. People were staying at the sit-in, enjoying freedoms they had never had, some of them in their entire lifetimes. They could, within the sit-in, they could speak freely, they could wear whatever clothes they wanted, they could play music that they couldn't have played before, they could read books that were banned. It was really a beautiful, beautiful thing. And then that very sit-in, this expression of freedom and hope, was completely destroyed by the military.
The country's military has since taken power, but pro-democracy protesters have demanded for a civilian government. Talks between the two broke down on June 3rd after dozens of protesters were killed by the military during a peaceful sit-in in Khartoum.
So they went in with trucks and guns and tear gas and, killed dozens of people, and, they burned all the tents where people were staying in. I think the destruction of the sit-in was really a major blow to people because it was the real heart of this revolution, and it was such a beautiful place where people were able to do and say things that they really could not have done so openly under al-Bashir.
A committee of doctors say more than 100 people have died in the recent outbreak of violence, while officials say there were fewer fatalities. Since then, Sudan's military and opposition groups have agreed to resume talks, an Ethiopian mediator says. The army has reportedly agreed to release political prisoners to increase confidence in the negotiations. Those who were leading the protests have agreed to stop the strike and urge people to go back to work for the time being.
This is a time when people need to be paying attention to Sudan, because if this situation is not contained, we could be dealing with something much more disastrous down the line.